Hello everyone, I'm Raven from Raven Comics, and today we bring you the final part of Flash Forward. Originally, this story was a bit shorter, but later, additional dialogues were added so it would fit with another saga that we will also upload later. His name is Wally West. He wasn't always the fastest man alive, but now he is. He began this journey of destiny as a bright young teenager, a dedicated fan of the latest Flash. Over the years, he found his mentors and friends. Together, they became the titans of the modern age. He came to think of them as family until he started one of his own, first with a wife, and then with twins, Jay and Iris. Along the way, he made many enemies and allies. His whole life, he has been called the embodiment of hope, always moving forward through unimaginable tragedies. Whatever conspiratorial forces worked against him, he always found his way back home. Of course, you already know all this. You are the keeper of all knowledge of the multiverse, from now and forever. To my eternal shame, I have done my part. I have brought him here, figuratively and literally. The rest, the weight of countless worlds, depends on Wally West. We begin with Flash, Wally West. I have no words. Not after all this time. I never thought I'd see them again. Not because they died. That would have been worse than death, if you can even imagine it. They were erased from reality, as if they had never existed. Imagine a hole in your heart the size of your entire life, knowing that you are the only one who understands your loss, the only one who believes it. I lost them once. I couldn't keep them safe, but that will never happen again. I don't care what else this planet throws at me, at us. Tempus explained to me that this multiverse of dark worlds is supposed to eventually collapse and die from entropy. That each dark world is born from the fears of everyone, from the worst possible scenarios in all of existence. But they are meant to fade away for reasons you haven't yet shared with me. This is the only dark world that has not died. Its very existence has clogged the drain. The multiversal dark matter is spreading through the current multiverse, corrupting and corroding everything it touches. Before you can run out of this place, Iris tells her father that he doesn't understand. They have tried to leave many times, but every time they try to escape, that thing stops them, as if the entire planet was made to keep them trapped here. Wally tells them not to worry, their father is here now. That will make all the difference. The timing could have been a bit better, but in case they didn't get it, he guided them through time. He has seen what the dark matter can do. He ran around the multiverse trying to undo this damage, but he is not afraid. We are family. We can do this. Together, we will. Flash's children put on their suits and try to escape. Something starts happening to the kids. The dark matter is taking them. Wally can't believe it. Wally knows this can't be how it ends. This can't be their fate. After the darkness takes him, Wally opens his eyes, and we are back at the beginning. Wally apologizes to his wife. Dick, Donna, and I had a little setback. Linda tells him to be quiet. It's true that she loves him, but she will kill him if he wakes the baby. Wally tells her it's okay. His story can wait until tomorrow. It's best if she rests with the child. A little while later, the baby starts crying. Wally is the one who gets up to take care of her. The speedster tells her to relax. Daddy's here, and he promises that it will always be that way for years to come. Because no matter what happens, the fastest man alive will protect his children. The memory ends, and we are back with Wally. I don't understand. It felt so real. More than a memory. It's like I could feel all their tears in my fingers. Then, nothing. Nothing but rage. There was nothing but the rage of a father. Flash understands what this is about and curses Tempus. He is tired of all his mysterious antics and half-answers. He tolerated being his errand boy for a while, because Tempus convinced him that he was doing some good. But now, Tempus is playing with his family, and that he won't allow. He wants answers, and he won't wait another micro-instant to get them. Why did you bring me to this world? Just so I could lose my kids again? Tempus tells him he's gotten it all wrong. Wally was only able to reach this place because he finally understands the truth about why this planet must be destroyed and why. Out of the millions of trillions of life forms, he is the only one who can do it. Wally says he's had enough of this and uses his speed to attack Tempus. He has been thrown from one end of the multiverse to another. Tempus was supposed to help him with all of this. But from the very beginning, Tempus hasn't told him the whole truth. Tempus tries to stop him. Flash still has much more to learn. It's time for Wally to get out of this place. After all, Tempus gave him this staff, which allows him to purge dark matter with a burst. Whatever this world once was, the staff will transform it back. At least, that's how it worked in the other worlds, right? But for some strange reason, the staff isn't working this time. It's not absorbing the dark matter. Wally begins to understand. That's because this world isn't being invaded by dark matter. It is dark matter. To hell with all of this. I push myself beyond, faster than anyone has ever moved before. Faster than light and thought. Faster than the speed force itself. I run around the globe, purging the darkness and leaving light in my wake. It can reorganize quickly, but I am Wally West, the fastest father in the multiverse. But as I push forward, something stops me, a force I can't explain until I see it. That is the Mobius Chair. And to Flash's surprise, it's empty. The Mobius Chair is supposed to contain nearly all the knowledge of the multiverse. Flash hopes it will give him an answer. The chair has to tell him everything Tempus hasn't said and never will. Without words, I can feel the answer, taste it. Things that vanished in the moments before Flashpoint, torn from my hands, ripped from reality the moment I was cast into the Speed Force. I kept running, always trapped, until I went beyond where I could. I became part of something. In that instant, I was unbound, one with nothing and everything at once. What the Chair of Knowledge has communicated to Wally is more than enough. Tempus arrives, telling him that what he has just learned is more than even he can decipher at once. He should be grateful he didn't have to sit down this time. Wally says it doesn't make sense. How could he have changed so much and not remember? Tempus tells him the information was always in his head. He just refused to accept it. Wally asks how he could have known. Did he just suddenly realize he was different? Tempus asks, how could he? His family was taken from him. His comrades died because of him, and he was broken. This enrages Wally. If this was all just a cosmic adventure to put him back together, then why? Tempus tells him he already knows why. He's figured it out. Wally says Tempus just wants him to do his dirty work, to kill this world. Tempus tells him yes, and that the problem is he is the only one who can destroy it. Because Wally created this world. As soon as he says it, I know it's true. I can feel it in my heart. This dark world was born from my greatest fear, losing Iris and Jay. All of this is my fault. I can see it now. It's true, Wally has to do it. But the price is too high. He would be losing his children. He simply cannot do it. Later, Wally is back with his children. They've fallen asleep, and he tucks them in to keep them warm. He knows all of this is too beautiful to be real. Tempus has come for him. There's still something he has to do. Wally tells him no, not yet. Tempus said these dark matter worlds are created from fears and regrets. His greatest fear was always that he wouldn't be able to protect his kids from all the superpowered garbage he knew existed. This is the world he created. His worst nightmare made real. That's why Wally West is the reason the multiverse is being held hostage. Because this planet operates the way his powers do. Instead of dying from entropy like every other dark matter world, it keeps self-correcting faster than it can be destroyed. If Wally doesn't find a way to fix things now, the multiverse will be consumed by dark matter. The speedster must understand. They have very little time left. Tempus tells him the Mobius Chair will overload all of his senses, mind, and heart with pure knowledge. Any capacity for emotion, passion, love, and human connection will forever elude him. Every part of his mind will be filled with all the information the Mobius Chair has gathered so far, with an infinity more still to come. There will be no secrets to him. If Wally accepts this, there will be no room in his mind for anything else. No thoughts of Linda, of Iris and Jay. Not even space for himself in his own mind. Tempus tells him that's correct. He must sit in the chair, and this world will fall. The multiverse will heal itself. Wally asks if this was the plan all along. Was this the multiverse's way of making him pay for all the heroes who had died? Tempus tells him that if so, it was never revealed to him. His role was simply to bring Wally here intact. Whatever he does now is a matter of free will. Wally needs him to make a promise. He's not asking, he needs it. When this planet falls, Iris and Jay must be free. He needs them to be taken home. Tempus agrees. So Wally gets to work and thanks him for giving him the strength to remember the man he was before. Well, we already know what's going to happen to the poor man. For giving him the power to save those different worlds on his way here, right now. And for one last perfect day with his children. Tempus tells him he did that himself. The staff never had any power, it never did. All it did was channel the hope of a good man, the hope that had always been in his heart. Suddenly, Wally's children realize what's happening and rush out to try to help him. Unfortunately for them, Tempus holds them back with a single hand. Wally prepares himself. Everything seems to be in place, and he tells the son of a bitch, "Let's do this. It's time to sit in the chair." In the distance, his children watch. Before Wally can fill his mind with knowledge, he tells them, "I love you. I always will." There's no time left. The chair takes him. Knowledge floods his mind, his body. That's when we see Wally change color. He is no longer just a speedster. He has become the new god of knowledge. In the distance, Wally's children beg Tempus, "Please, you have to save our father." Tempus tells them, "Your father is saving you." Without his sacrifice, countless realities would have been consumed by dark matter. Their father prevented that. With his dark world erased, countless other aberrations fall as well. Wally disappears from this place, and so do the other universes. Tempus is the one who now gives thanks to Wally West, wherever he may be. Jay asks his sister what their father did. Iris tells him that he did what he always does, the right thing. But what about them now? Well, Tempus made a promise to Wally, and he has to keep it. We go to Earth Zero, and right now, we are in Central City. Linda was calmly talking on the phone when suddenly, a storm appears right above her house. With its arrival, it's as if a light had been turned on. Everything that was is now new. Linda remembers, where's Wally? Where are the kids? Iris and Jay West are no longer orphans trapped in a world as dark as a pit. They are back and heading toward their mother. Together, they are the strongest creation of life, a family. Tempus has to believe that somewhere, their father is watching over them. It's time to return to Wally West. We are Wally West. No, we were Wally West, and something more. We are the Mobius Chair, a singular, perfect vessel of infinite knowledge. We were the Mobius Chair. We were Wally. Now, we are something new, something that never was. We see the beings who have sat on this chair throughout history. Batman, Owlman, Metron. We see Metron destroyed, erased by a man. The same man who touches the chair and shares his power with it. He is creation. He is destruction. He is the ticking clock over the multiverse. Wally is sharing his vision with that very being, accelerating through time and space. It is impossibly strange and yet so familiar. We have been here before, even though we have not. Every thought ever had races through our minds when another mind reaches out through the void. Kindred spirits. In an instant, we are more than Wally West, more than the Mobius Chair, more than anyone who has ever been since the creation of the Mobius Chair. She has been content to watch. Today is a new day, a new calling, a new self. Wally harnesses the Mobius Chair to learn more about what has happened to the multiverse. Using his speed, he can acquire knowledge much faster than those who used the chair before him. He can see his own history with greater clarity. It all began when he became the new Kid Flash. Then, he joined the Teen Titans and formed a new team. Later, Barry was lost in the crisis, and it was Wally who had to take up the mantle of the Flash. He married Linda and had 2 children. Suddenly, everything was taken from him, and he was trapped in the Speed Force. Everything he loved was erased from time by a blue atomic god. When he returned to Earth, he tried to find peace but ended up killing several heroes. He finally found his children, and now they are safe, but the price was too high. Now, he will be trapped in the Mobius Chair forever. There are no more secrets for him. He can see everything that happened from the first crisis to the last crisis. He sees the Justice Society and the Legion of Superheroes, both reappearing in the timeline. Moments and memories that had been erased have returned, but time and reality have not been fixed, only adjusted. This must be investigated. How have these versions of different realities also appeared? Wally tries to figure it out and sees the day he met Barry Allen, the day he became Kid Flash. But something is wrong. The same event happened twice, but at the same time, it is unique. This is not the only anomaly in his past. The same thing happened with the Teen Titans. The same event occurred twice in the same world, but at different times. There are more changes. Some are radical, others, not so much. Time and reality have been fractured. As he continues investigating, Wally realizes that there is no more information about the changes in time. All of space and time is broken and at risk of collapsing. The question here is, will Wally be able to reverse the damage? Well, he is not only the fastest man alive, he is also sitting in the Mobius Chair. The power of the gods flows through him. So yes, he can fix this. He has the knowledge and power to restore everything. The only thing he needs to continue is for Tempus to maintain the barrier with the dark multiverse. He must protect it from what Wally is about to do. Wally begins. He must see everything. Fragments of inconsistencies from a reality that has been tampered with time and time again. He needs to focus to bring order to this chaos. But first, he must start with the present. Through time, he scans different moments, some agonizing, inspiring, hopeful, grieving, lost. There are moments that must be refined, the heroic and the terrifying. Some decisions must be made, but traditions need to be respected, honored, and commemorated, from the return to the beginning and even further back. Before Wally can continue trying to repair the timeline of the multiverse, he has to stop. This is not working because someone is changing the multiverse right now. They are corrupting it, and Wally must stop them, no matter the cost. No matter where he has to go, Wally must stop the Batman who laughs. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more content like this. I'm TJ Prime, and see you in the next video.